Full throttle for Boise State BAA. Join Blue Elevation in thrusting BSU to new heights. Help us achieve our goal of 10,000 memberships, a pivotal step for Power 5 conference eligibility. For just $250, sponsor 10 members across the country and around the globe, making a huge impact on Boise State's future. As an incentive, Blue Elevation will give you sweet blue, orange, and white Blue Elevation t-shirts. Let's run to the fight. Together we can elevate Boise State to the top. Sponsor today and make a critical difference. Visit us at blueelevation.org. Full-throttle. Full throttle for Boise State BAA. Join Blue Elevation in thrusting BSU to new heights. Help us achieve our goal of 10,000 memberships, a pivotal step for Power 5 conference eligibility. For just $250, sponsor 10 members across the country and around the globe, making a huge impact on Boise State's future. As an incentive, Blue Elevation will give you sweet blue, orange, and white Blue Elevation t-shirts. Let's run to the fight. Together we can elevate Boise State to the top. Sponsor today and make a critical difference. Visit us at blueelevation.org. Full-throttle. Full throttle for Boise State BAA. Join Blue Elevation in thrusting BSU to new heights. Help us achieve our goal of 10,000 memberships, a pivotal step for Power 5 conference eligibility. For just $250, sponsor 10 members across the country and around the globe, making a huge impact on Boise State's future. As an incentive, Blue Elevation will give you sweet blue, orange, and white Blue Elevation t-shirts. Let's run to the fight. Together we can elevate Boise State to the top. Sponsor today and make a critical difference. Visit us at blueelevation.org. Full-throttle. Full throttle for Boise State BAA. Join Blue Elevation in thrusting BSU to new heights. Help us achieve our goal of 10,000 memberships, a pivotal step for Power 5 conference eligibility. For just $250, sponsor 10 members across the country and around the globe, making a huge impact on Boise State's future. As an incentive, Blue Elevation will give you sweet blue, orange, and white Blue Elevation t-shirts. Let's run to the fight. Together we can elevate Boise State to the top. Sponsor today and make a critical difference. Visit us at blueelevation.org. Full-throttle. Full throttle for Boise State BAA. Join Blue Elevation in thrusting BSU to new heights. Help us achieve our goal of 10,000 memberships, a pivotal step for Power 5 conference eligibility. For just $250, sponsor 10 members across the country and around the globe, making a huge impact on Boise State's future. As an incentive, Blue Elevation will give you sweet blue, orange, and white Blue Elevation t-shirts. Let's run to the fight. Together we can elevate Boise State to the top. Sponsor today and make a critical difference. Visit us at blueelevation.org. Full-throttle. Full throttle for Boise State BAA. Join Blue Elevation in thrusting BSU to new heights. Help us achieve our goal of 10,000 memberships, a pivotal step for Power 5 conference eligibility. For just $250, sponsor 10 members across the country and around the globe, making a huge impact on Boise State's future. As an incentive, Blue Elevation will give you sweet blue, orange, and white Blue Elevation t-shirts. Let's run to the fight. Together we can elevate Boise State to the top. Sponsor today and make a critical difference. Visit us at blueelevation.org. Full-throttle. Full throttle for Boise State BAA. Join Blue Elevation in thrusting BSU to new heights. Help us achieve our goal of 10,000 memberships, a pivotal step for Power 5 conference eligibility. For just $250, sponsor 10 members across the country and around the globe, making a huge impact on Boise State's future. As an incentive, Blue Elevation will give you sweet blue, orange.
Hey, good afternoon, Bronco Nation. How are you guys doing? Hey, we wanted to hop on here, Boz, Alex, and myself. We're all Bronco Nation Update members and also members of the nonprofit Blue Elevation. Hey, we just wanted to hop on here this afternoon, talk about some current events going on with Boise State. Specifically, there was I heard there was like a hire yesterday or something like that. Something exciting happened. And then also on today and tomorrow are Boise State Giving Days. So anyway, let's talk about how exciting it is to be a Boise State Bronco. Like did any of you guys actually see the hire of Dirk Cutter coming in your
No.
horizon?
So I think Alex said no. I'm going to say I don't know, and I say I don't know because I'm one of these guys who's a diehard. And when I would read on the Bronco Nation Updates website, so many folks saying, not going to happen, not going to happen. There's no way. He's going golfing. He's retired. You guys need to stop posting it. The inner contrarian in me was like, I don't know. So I don't know. I won't say no. What I will say is I don't know if I did not believe that he wouldn't come back. And I'm totally excited that he did come back. And I am one of these Broncos who is all in on the idea of BSU in the chase for the national title come playoff time in 2024. So I'm totally fired up. Absolutely.
What about you, Alex? Did you see that coming at all? Like, who did you think would be the hire for offensive coordinator?
Well, I didn't see that coming at all. Everybody's saying they wanted Cutter. Everybody was saying Cutter, or how Pete come back. Everybody. Sorry, I've never done this. I'm a little nervous. Anyway, I was thinking actually Mike Sanford, and maybe somebody that was already on the coaching staff, since they like to hire within. But I'm not. I'm completely surprised myself. That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I didn't even have Coach Cutter on my radar at all. In fact, I hadn't seen any discussions on BNU or on the X or anywhere. I did see people dreaming of Coach Pete, which I thought that was not realistic at all. But yeah, like I literally had already packed away the notion that Dirk was in retirement, golfing, enjoying his place in McCall, all that stuff. And I was on the same boat. I thought maybe, Mike Sanford was a great fit. He there's tons of weapons on the offense right now, and with his prior experience, knowledge of the terminologies that Boise State uses, the fact that he has ties to the high school that Mal Nelson goes to. I thought that would have been probably a perfect fit. In fact, I think on Twitter I used our Bronco Nation updates account to put out the Bronco signal, like the bat signal, but the Bronco signal to Coach Sanford. But yeah, I had no idea. Coach Cutter was not on the radar at all. Like literally, I thought he had already rode into the sunset, golfing, enjoying McCall, and that was it. So yeah, when that became a reality yesterday, it was amazing, and I think that it's a perfect hire at this point in time, given the very slim build up to spring camp, and he knows a lot of the playbook, the terminology. He's a Bronco. We have plenty of weapons. He's got the NFL experience. He's got the head coach experience at the collegiate level. All that. So I mean, this is a home run, and I'm with you, my friend Boz. I think that we're going to shock the college world, and yeah, we definitely have the weapons. We have an NFL caliber running back as it is. We have an NFL coach as an offensive coordinator. We'll see if either what he can pull out of Mad Dog, or if Mal earns that starting spot. I mean, he could even be an NFL caliber quarterback. So the sky's the limit right now. So I think the excitement is building for Bronco Nation to do something very, very special, and I think that should permeate into fundraising aspect for the university and what we're trying to do. our ultimate goal is to get into a Power 5 conference, right? Outside of winning conference championships, we deserve to be in a Power 5 conference. We have the fan base, we have the marketing, we have the iconic blue field, which is a marketing tool in itself that brings viewership across the country and across the world to Boise, Idaho. So right now is the perfect time for Bronco Nation to rise up and start giving in any kind of capacity they can to this, for the student athletes, and for us to start stacking championships. And that I'll segue into right now. Boise State is doing their giving days today and tomorrow. So I encourage, if you're watching this right now, Bronco Nation, I encourage you to give. If you see any of those spots they're on social, no matter where you're at, Facebook, the X, Instagram, click their link, go in there, chip off some if you can. Also want to let you guys know, also Bronco Nation, that we are also launching a bit of a campaign ourselves called Full Throttle. And what Full Throttle is it's a campaign to build our BAA membership up to that 10,000 value, that unit that is basically required to be eligible to become a Power 5 conference outside of the academic eligibility. One thing that is specific to being in the Power 5 conference is having at least 10,000 members in your athletic association. So that's what we're doing. And a few months ago, Boz came to me and pitched a kind of a concept, and I mean, it was genius. So I'm gonna ask Boz to just kind of go through like how you came up with that concept, where'd you see it? I mean, and then it was like, as soon as you told me, like, it's like, yeah, that's a perfect idea, and we can roll with that and get this aggregated. So I'll give the floor to you, Boz.
Yeah, sure. Well, first of all, Nick, thanks so much for having me and Alex on this wonderful live stream. Super excited to be here. As you can tell by my Dirk Cutter rant, I'm a huge Dirk Cutter fan, massive fan, going back at this point way too many years. I think back to I used to be a part of the student government years ago at Boise State when Dirk was the head coach, and I had myself and a fellow by the name of Bradley. We got tapped on the shoulder to take some pictures on the blue, advertising some swanky BSU swag. And when we got there, Coach Cutter was standing there at the 50-yard line, and he was wearing his BSU swag as well. So somewhere in the history books of Boise State, there's a picture of a very young, way less gray Boz Bell, along with Coach Cutter and a buddy of mine named Bradley. And anyway, it was just a fantastic moment watching him kind of pull us out of the dregs of the days when the tortillas used to fly and we were not very good. And I'll always be thankful for what Dirk Cutter did way back then. And even now, Boise State continues to be the gift that keeps on giving. One of the best decisions I made was to attend this university all those years ago. And so totally stoked about that hire. Anyway, long story short, the Full Throttle campaign. So here's the idea in a nutshell, and here's how I came up with it. There are a lot of members, right, of the Bronco Nation Updates Facebook page. I think north of 10,000. How many are there in total, Nick?
Yeah, we are pushing 22,000 at the moment.
Oh my God, 22,000 members, right? And I've done my fair share of posting and commenting and the whole thing. And anyway, long story short, after hearing feedback from a number of my Bronco brothers and sisters out there, the idea that, everybody's going to fork over $50, $100, $200 a year, to help the program get to X heights is probably unrealistic. But I also heard from a number of Bronco brothers and sisters out there that they do have, a little bit of disposable cash. And as you kind of look at the lay of the land, the question became, well, why can't some of us do for all of us? In other words, what if individuals took $250, right? $250 and donated that towards Blue Elevation, right? The Bronco Nation Updates family took that $250 and created 10 $25 Bronco Athletic Association memberships. Right. The idea that we had back in the day was, what if we ran a contest? Because there were some Broncos that were sharing stories on the webpage that, I mean, my goodness, the history books don't have these stories, right? Broncos who've been fans for 60 years, 70 years, 80 years. The idea was, what if we came up with a contest where the $250 could turn into 10 Bronco Athletic Association memberships for, let's say, the oldest, the longest, tenured Bronco faithful, right? Something like that. And then imagine if you did it over and over and over again, such that you ended up with, let's say, a critical mass of an initial 100 of these sorts of donations, turning into 1,000 Bronco Athletic Association memberships. 100 individuals out of 22,000, it seems like a pretty small ask, and it's a pretty small number, subset, if you will, of what I know is a substantial base of Broncos that could, if they chose to, donate in this capacity. It does two things. Obviously, it loads up the coffers at Boise State, but not just in terms of dollars, but in terms of Bronco Athletic Association members. And I'll tell you this much, coming from being a super broke student, unable to even think about joining the Bronco Athletic Association, when I first got my bumper sticker in the mail, it was a real moment that was an absolute delight in my life. And I would say that there are a lot of folks out there who would feel the same way. Never thought twice that they would join the Bronco Athletic Association. So if we can figure out a way to do for those guys, get that bumper sticker from Boise State in the mail to them. And oh, by the way, a phone call from the I don't know, the ladies soccer team or something like this, right? Saying thank you for your membership. I'm telling you, it's amazing when you really start to realize, hey, you know what? I live in Atlanta. I'm not going to as many football games and not going to be able to participate in all the wonderful, benefits that go along. But if I could do this, if I could take that same $250, break it out into 10 different individuals, the impact could go that much further. And so that was kind of the idea. Definitely pitched it to Nick and the other board members, and folks were excited about it. We think that we can make a serious dent in Boise State's goal of 10,000 Bronco Athletic Association memberships through this process, through this tool, through this campaign, Full Throttle. And so that was the basic idea. And I'm definitely, member one, if you will, in terms of giving that $250. I'm very happy to have done so. And super excited to see, if I ever find out who those members are who get the 10. I'm hoping it can be some of our senior Broncos. I just think that'd be super cool. Bronco fan for 7 decades or something crazy like this, and all of a sudden, here comes your bumper sticker in the mail. And oh, by the way, your letter from Boise State. It's just one of those moments that stays with me as a Bronco, and hoping and happy to share that with others.
Yeah, and when you told me about this idea, we'd already been talking about this for a few years now, right?
Yeah.
There's always been a pain point for membership and season ticket holders. So one of the things that we discussed was like, hey, I buy season tickets for my family of 4. Well, there's only one BAA membership that comes with that purchase. So we were always talking about how can we find a way to maximize that? How can we reach the other 4 members of that family or whatever the case? So as soon as you pitched this, it's like, this is going to fill that gap that we're missing. And also what it also does is it will reach Bronco Nation that's far and abroad, on the East Coast. It'll reach those senior Bronco faithful that don't make it to games anymore, but if they still want to be a member of something, bigger than ourselves. This is the opportunity. And the cool thing about it is, with people purchasing those sponsorships, it's free. It's a free membership, right? So, and this is what we can do with the Full Throttle. That's why, Full Throttle is basically the perfect name for this, because we can go full throttle for the BAA now, and we can hook people up around the world with memberships to the BAA, and we can keep this going and keep a base up annually in doing this. And so one thing that actually after you told me about this, I actually met Cody Gogler, the assistant AD, for coffee, and I told him, hey, my buddy Boz, pitched this, and he seemed really intrigued by it, and he gave me the idea of maybe even making an incentive for people who wanted to sponsor, because I'm still of the opinion that I think people are just like you, Boz, that'll just do this out of the goodness of your heart, not expect anything in return. But so I took that to Ron, and he gave the okay to do an incentive program for sponsors. So if you're out there, Bronco Nation, and you want to sponsor 10 BAA memberships, our nonprofit Blue Elevation, we will give you 3 color-coded shirts, one blue, orange, and white Blue Elevation shirt, and you can wear them to the color scheme games, the home games that we have. They're good for, like, the t-shirts are good for, in the early fall for the football games. And then they're also good for, our indoor basketball games, the volleyball games, all of that. Yeah. Spring softball games, you'll have a blue, orange, and white shirt to go along with any color scheme. You could also, we do have a black one, but it's more spending for our costs. You can purchase that for the blackouts, and then all those proceeds go to the BAA as well, and then also cover the cost of making the product. So, we're not in this for profit. We're in this to help the university. So, but as an incentive, as a sponsor, when you sponsor 10 BAA memberships, you will get 3 sweet blue, orange, and white t-shirts. So what we're going to be doing as we roll this out is you will see both myself and Alex active in looking for people who want free memberships. Like, who doesn't want a free membership of the iconic Boise State Broncos? So what we'll do is between Alex and myself, we'll find some creative ways to find you guys out there. Like, we'll probably have something for the golden era Boise State fans who don't go to the games anymore, who are perfectly fine watching from their living room, which is great. Or we might find a creative way to reach, the Bronco Nation is in different parts of the world, in different countries. So that's something that we can, that you'll see that me and Alex are doing. We're part of the marketing department with Blue Elevation. So stay tuned for that. What do you think about this, Alex? What do you think about this opportunity to bless?
Good.
Hey.
Oh, I think it's awesome. I'm actually learning a lot from you because this is my first live. So I'm just more like listening. I think it's great. I'll have more to say when I, get involved more. I promise. I promise you that.
Yeah. So Bronco Nation, if you're watching right now, like I said, I encourage you to give to Boise State during the giving days, today and tomorrow. Like I said, find one of those adverts that you are viewing on social and click the link, go in there and support those student athletes. And then as I said, when we make a big time official launch of Full Throttle sponsor, you can get one of these bad boys, a blue one and a white one as well. And then we encourage you, if you like right now, if you're watching this and you're not a BAA member, send us an email at contact.blueelevation.org and send us your name, phone number, and email so that I can send it to Leah at Boise State just to confirm that you're not a member yet, and we'll get the ball rolling for you. So I'm really excited about this. I think that this is a crucial moment in Boise State history, with given the acquisitions that we've made over the offseason of football, the legendary hire we just made yesterday. So let's take full advantage of this. Like, let's use this leverage right now to shock the college football world and start stacking national championships, because I'm a firm believer that we can. I think together, as the faithful Bronco Nation that we are, I believe that we can pull together, sponsor other members, get to that threshold, and just continue the momentum that we've got going right now, and then let the players perform on the field, which I think they are, and hit that CFP and then take the whole thing. So, so we just want to thank you for.
Real quick, Nick, before we sign off, are you signing off? It sounds like you're signing off, Nick.
Not until you're done.
All right. Don't sign off just yet. And
Okay.
Here's why, right? So all day long, in anticipation of tonight's broadcast, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what? Coach Danielson has done an amazing job. I mean, the guy has hit the ground running in a way that I've not seen a Boise State head coach in any sport hit the ground running. Shout out to Kirk White, right? I've not seen it. Keeping Ashton, right? Keeping Bush for as long as we had him, right? That was a big coup, a couple of big coups. Bringing in our 5-star quarterback, right? A.D. Dickey, right? Making a very bold hire in a young Coach Danielson, but seeing it play out. The net is football teams doing all the right things. Basketball team, talking about men's basketball, doing all the right things. These guys are showing up. The athletic department, women's too. The athletic department doing all the right things. $1 million gifts falling from the sky at a rate that I've never seen in my 30-plus years of rooting for the Broncos, right? In other words, the institution is doing all the right things. Anything that you can think of, right? NFL caliber coaches on the sidelines and in the box. What more can we ask for? There's nothing more that we could ask for from the institution, from the players at this point, from the coaches, right? In terms of we got guys coming back from the Power 5 saying, hey, listen, Boise is a great place to be. This is where I want to be. So I came back, right? I mean, it's just unreal what the team, what the players, the coaches, athletic department, the university at this stage in terms of Dr. Trump. It's unreal what we've got in front of us. We really are positioned to be the number one Group of 5 college football program in the nation, right? It's there. The only question is, what does the fan base look like, right? The only question is, what do our boosters look like? The only question is, what does the NIL game look like at Boise State? And I can tell you, there are no shortage of Group of 5 universities and teams out there that want to take the Boise State mantle. They want to kick us off the throne, and they want to supplant us and put themselves at the forefront, right? Georgia Southern's coming. I'm throwing that out there, right? Don't overlook Georgia Southern. I live here in Georgia. I go to Statesboro often. And for the last decade, I've heard these guys talk about how they're going to take Boise State out. They've been playing this game for almost 10 years, okay? So they're coming for us. Anyway, I just want to say that it's time for us to do our thing. We have a goal of 1,000 Bronco Athletic Association new memberships. It only takes 99 more, right, to see the vision just like I see it, right? and to plop down that 250. 99 individuals equals 1,000 new Bronco Athletic Association memberships. That is a phenomenal stat. That's a phenomenal statement, and it can elevate Boise State to the top of the heap when it comes to group of fives, right, in terms of memberships from the community with regard to their athletic associations. And so that's where we want to be. University doing what they need to do, athletic departments doing what it needs to do, football teams doing what it needs to do. We need to do the same thing. Let's go. Let's lean in. Let's make it happen. They're coming for us. We're coming for them.
Dang, boss. Nice.
Yeah, I'm over here like you got me pumped up.
Dang. Yeah, no. Georgia Southern's no slouch. Like they're good. So yeah, amen, brother. Hey, so Bronco Nation, you're out there. Like the goal's 100, but I know, I have belief that we're gonna exceed that goal. Like right now, the last time I checked, I think Boise State as a whole is right around 6,500 membership.
Let's put them over the top,
give or take. So, like, you can ask Alex. I'm really optimistic. Like, I believe that, you know, through Bronco Nation updates and the rest of our platform, we could get there. Like, for real. Like, we could do 500, but our goal is 100, and I know that we're gonna hit that pretty easy. So, I expect that we're probably gonna match our goal and then some. So if you're out there watching this and you feel led to pin up Bronco Nation across the country, especially on the East Coast and in other countries, go to blueelevation.org, and right there, right on the splash page, you'll see what the Full Throttle is all about, and you'll get the link to Bronco or to blueelevation.org/full-throttle, and go there. It's one click, and then you donate. It's tax deductible. So this is good for individuals and companies. If you're a company out there, invest $250 into it. And I could probably also swing a way to get you on the Serving Bronco Nation directory too, through that donation. So go to blueelevation.org, click the link, and then let's start sponsoring 10 members at a time. I'll probably get in there too. I know that Ron is. Boz is the guy who's igniting this, and so the time's now. It's crucial. Let's get this thing done. Let's get this momentum and surround. It takes a team, and so let's surround the AD that we got right now, and the hires that have made the acquisitions with the recruits, and let's maximize this opportunity, Bronco Nation. And this is just one component of doing it. So go to blueelevation.org. As also, if you have any questions, reach out to me, Alex, or Boz, and we're happy to answer any question you got. Work with you with any of our platforms. So we just appreciate this time that you gave us this afternoon on midweek. Let's just do this, Bronco Nation. So with that, we are going to sign out, and we just hope you have a good evening. Bleed blue, go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
Go Broncos.